I'm going to tell you guys this. I can't believe I'm telling this. This is real. I had a really great collection of comic books. And I asked my mom to go to my apartment. You know what's happening, right?
Everyone who was ever betrayed by their mother knows.
And she had to box up the last of my stuff that was at this apartment and send it to him. And it came to me, and there were no comics. And I said, Mom, you know, did you see that box of comics? She's like, oh, those old things, I threw them out.
And then you never spoke to her again.
And you have to understand, like, the value of these comics now, especially since I was in the damn thing.
Yeah.
Welcome to the main stage here at the Javits Center, home of New York Comic Con. This very space is where all of the magic happens all weekend long. We are bringing you so many great panels and videos, some of them hosted by me, your video producer and host Ashley Victoria Robinson, and some of them hosted by a slew of amazing talent. If you want to be able to make sure that even though you're not with us or you're catching up at home, you see everything that happened this year in 2025, head over to thepopverse.com. We've got memberships, we've got so much access to all the coolest stuff. In the meantime, sit back and enjoy your feature panel presentation.
Hello.
Hello, hello.
Yeah, everyone's phones are out right now, so we'll give them a nice smile. Hello. Exactly. How has your New York Comic Con been so far, friends?
Pretty hot shit.
Ioan, how about you? Has everyone been behaving or misbehaving when they come up to your table?
They've been delightful, actually, to be fair. They've been patiently waiting for me because I was a little bit late arriving, but no, everybody's been wonderful. And some of the costumes have been spectacular already.
So if somebody comes up to the table later to ensure that you're still awake, what's your coffee order?
You know what? I drink decaf coffee.
Wow.
I have done for
No
about
such
4
thing.
years, yes. So I'm good with the water.
I was like, okay, so you're better than us. You drink decaf coffee. Michael, is there a snack that anyone could bring up to you?
A snack? I want to go back to the costumes because, I've seen people dressed up as the thing, and like that was like the worst part of doing the Fantastic Four. And I'm like, wow, you did that to yourself. That's amazing. Snacks?
Yeah. Or by default, what's the coffee order?
You know what? Listen, when I'm in New York, I immediately think of pizza. I can't help it.
Yes. If someone shows up to Michael Chiklis' table with a full pizza, please take a picture and put it online because I want to see it.
Thin crust pepperoni. How you doing?
Michael, because you opened the door to it, how sweaty was the Thing costume?
You don't want to know. Like, all right, can I be gross right now?
Yes.
All right. The second one, the second incarnation, we redesigned the suit and it was much better. But the first one took 5 hours to get into. I would show up at 3 in the morning and basically lay down and fall asleep while they worked on my face, and for an 8 o'clock call. They designed it for the look of the character, not thinking of a human being in the suit at all. I have proof of that because there was no zipper.
Oh.
Yeah, you hear that? Oh. But guys know you need a zipper. And once they put my hands were like this, like the Vulcan, and I could only do this. So the irony was I could only pick up like a bottle of water. That's the only strength I had. Otherwise I couldn't, and I'm playing a superhero. And once they locked the thing with the glue, I couldn't get out of it. So imagine once they put the hands on and glued them on, I'm trapped in this suit and no zipper. And thirsty all the time because as soon as you have that thing, the latex at its thickest was this thick at the chest, so it didn't breathe at all. So immediately my body core would go up, my body temperature would rise, and I would start to feel a little panicked sometimes, you know?
Yep.
And I'm not claustrophobic at all, but in that situation, I was like, okay. And the first day that they put it on me, I went home. I can't believe, I'm sorry, I'm just, I went home and I called my wife and I'm sorry, I spoke to my wife who was next to me. And I said, honey, I think I'm going to have to quit because I don't know if I can do this. Really? And we called a psychiatrist. Mm-hmm. And I had to speak to the psychiatrist and say, I've never quit anything in my life. I don't know if I can do this. Mm-hmm. And she said, okay, let me help you out. And she gave me a bunch of different things to get me out of my head and into the room. Still, even with that, there were 2 occasions where I flipped out and said, I got to get out. And they pulled everything off me, and that cost us, hours. And I didn't mean it. I just was flipping out.
I appreciate you being honest about speaking to someone, because that is really important under every circumstance, to reach out for help when we need it.
Highly recommend it. If you're having a problem, really don't bottle it up. Don't sit on it. Talk about it. Go and speak to someone. Yeah. And by the way, there's a reason I was cast as the rock guy. I'm a very grounded person. I'm not prone to anxiety. I'm not claustrophobic. I'm an incredibly grounded person. And even I've had to go and speak to people several times in my life because sometimes you hit a wall in your life. So highly recommend it.
Yes. All right, let's lighten the mood a little bit.
That was wild. We went deep there.
Yeah. a crisp 11 minutes in, and we're already at our emotional scars. Would either of you reprise your roles in a big audience-pleasing crossover movie that might be on our way in the future, if you were asked?
Absolutely, yes.
So everybody, your job at the end of this panel is to get on Blue Sky and Threads and send a polite email to make sure that we get to see everyone. Michael, would you step back into...
It's clobbering time.
Second most important question. How many action figures of yourselves do you own?
I have 2 boxes about this high full of not just myself, the Thing, Donny Storm, or the Silver Surfer. I've got a real Stretch Armstrong version of Mr. Fantastic, and the likeness is just uncanny.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's really cool. I think I've got one of those left because I would donate a lot of them, to charity events and stuff. But I still have a little box of those things.
I thought you were going to say because you would take them out and play with them and they didn't survive the experience.
That's right, yes.
The Stretch Armstrong, we saw how much he could stretch.
Yeah, he lies between me and my wife in bed.
Michael, how many action figures of yourself have you got?
Similar kind of a cabinet with, people send you things too.
Oh, yeah?
That are wild that you didn't. There are a couple of items that I've gotten that I didn't know existed. I did steal a few things from the set. I did. I did. It's not like they could use them. I took one of the sneakers, which is Nike made sneakers in the second one for me. That's it's a size 38. Because I was wearing my normal size 11.5 boot in a sneaker. So the sneaker had to accommodate the boot, and so it's like size 38. And I thought, that's awesome. And I took that home. And a couple of other things.
Do you want to say what those other things are between us and the entire internet?
I'm a little scared.
Ioan, did you liberate anything from set?
I did. I have some of the Keep Warm coats that have.
I have one of those.
Read on there and the Fantastic Four sign. I also have on that suit that we would wear. In order to make the four look seamless, they had built it's like a plastic four with a metal back to it and a magnet. So you'd put the metal.
Oh, you have that?
Yes, I have one of those. Yeah.
He's going to come to your house and take it.
Yes. So I could attach it to any one of my garments because of that little metal and magnetic patch on the back, so it snaps on seamlessly to anything. Yeah.
Do you go around your house trying to stick it on other stuff like your fridge or your TV or?
No, it's safely tucked away somewhere.
Were either of you comic book readers before you joined the Fantastic Four?
I was the one of our four. I was the one who Lake Winnipesaukee in New Hampshire. I used to go. Yeah, anybody? Yeah, we used to go every summer. My father had a boat up there. My mother and father, and we used to go water skiing and stuff. And we would go to the Weirs Beach, to the arcade there, and my father would give me a roll of quarters as a kid when I was like 10 years old, and it was really exciting. And one time I was walking by the newsstand and I saw this incredible thing that changed my life, which was a first edition Fantastic Four. And I went, oh, and I bought that. I bought that, a Thor, an Iron Man, and a Spider-Man. Those four. And that was it. I started, and for about, a half dozen years during that time, I became a quintessential comic book geek until I discovered girls. And then I still liked comics, but then I liked girls more.
Do you still have any of those comics?
No, this is tragic. Oh, you're gonna die. You're gonna die. You're gonna die. Because I had these in linoleum, perfectly kept. I had them all in my Brooklyn apartment when I moved down here to New York. And when I moved, I'm gonna tell you guys this. I can't believe I'm telling this. This is real. I had a really great collection of comic books. And I asked my mom to go to my apartment. You know what's happening, right?
Everyone who was ever betrayed by their mother knows.
And she had to box up the last of my stuff that was at this apartment and send it to him. And it came to me, and there were no comics. And I said, Mom, did you see that box of comics? She's like, oh, those old things, I threw them out.
And then you never spoke to her again.
And you have to understand, the value of these comics now, especially since I was in the damn thing.
Yeah.
I love you, Mom, I do. But it's okay.
You could sign them, and then they would have gone up in even higher value.
Keep going, keep going.
Yeah. Well.
Make it better.
Yeah, it's only up from here.
So yeah, that was that. Wow, we've gone deep today.
Did you ever think in 2005 that in 2025 you'd be standing on stage reprising your Fantastic Four experience at New York Comic Con?
No, it's wonderful. I mean, it just shows how timeless the comics are and our movies are. Thank you. No, honestly, and I think that's the main takeaway from these sort of experiences is the love and the effect that these movies have on people. Not the comics originally from one's childhood, but then your childhood growing up watching these movies in the same way that I would have grown up watching movies, from the early 80s, late 70s. It has an impact on you, and they stay with you forever. And so this is, it almost feels like we've just finished the movies last week. Honestly, they're so fresh in the memory, and because they get rekindled every time we do these sort of events. And that's the big takeaway is the love. And you literally leave the stage here or wherever we are signing our pictures floating because, you realize you've been part of something that's touched someone's life. And you know what that feeling is like yourself because you were once that child, So it's a beautiful experience all around.
Here. I want to really piggyback on that for just a second because, we were kids ourselves in a theater looking up at the screen and aspiring to become actors. And when you get the opportunity to meet some of your own heroes, as we've both had those opportunities, and people that that moved you when you were a child, and to be in that position is just lovely and incredibly fulfilling, really.
And what I think is so special about your two original Fantastic Four movies is you can show them to anyone. We're getting deeper and darker and grittier in our comic book movies, and Fantastic Four and Rise of the Silver Surfer you can show to any of the young people in your life as an introductory. And that, I think especially the people in this room and watching this in the future at home, is something that's so special. Were you able to impart any wisdom to the new generation of actors who've taken over your roles? Michael has a very famous photo that we all loved on Instagram.
Well, oh boy. I could get in trouble here with this. No, because, I think I just recently saw First Steps and thought they did a wonderful job with it, frankly. They did. I like the 60s look, and the actors all did a wonderful job. The CGI of it all sometimes is a thing with me, a thing. Sorry, no pun. He did have a zipper. And Evan did a wonderful job, and as did all the actors in it. And it's just the scale of it is incredible. Look, everybody has opinions about these things. I think that they did a marvelous job. And, we all throw ourselves. No one sets out to make a bad movie, guys, We all, really, really work very hard. There's this sort of thing right now that what's that?
You said thing again.
I keep saying, well, it's a word that we use. And here's the thing.
That's your podcast. Here's
Sorry.
the thing.
Oh, boy. Yeah, that should be my podcast. That's a good one, Ashley. I've lost my train of thought at this point.
We were talking about how great you are.
Thank you. You know what? I'm done. You know what? I'm going to avoid this whole thing altogether and just say I congratulate the guys with the job that they've done. I feel very proud of the work that we did on ours, and I'm thrilled that you guys like all of it. Mm-hmm.
Can we still do the Mr. Fantastic accent? And can I bully you into doing it right now?
Where's my dialect coach?
Right
give me an hour with a dialect coach. Yeah, no, that was an interesting experience because I live in America. You are sort of immersed in the accent, so it was easier to get into it. And we grow up on American culture in the UK. So a lot of the animated series that we would watch or the TV shows we would watch were American shows.
It wasn't just Doctor Who and Coronation Street?
It wasn't just Doctor Who or at EastEnders.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Exactly, no. No, but I mean, Airwolf was one of my favorite shows. The A-Team.
Yeah.
Knight Rider. So I grew up on those. So you as a young actor in the UK, you all feel that you can do an American accent already.
Yeah.
Until you come to America and then you realize
we all think we can do English accents. And,
yes.
Basically the entire of the UK, everyone's like, oh, Scottish, Welsh, I could do that, no problem. And
No, it's not quite the same. So yeah, I did spend a lot of time with a dialect coach to get the accent. And so if you want to throw something at me, I'll gladly embarrass myself in front of everybody.
Can you see, Reed doesn't have a catchphrase, so that's the...
I'm one of the greatest minds of the 21st century.
Ooh! That's gonna be viral by the time we walk off this stage. Were there any specific actors that you looked to, or was it important to find Reed's voice authentically?
Oh, I think it's important to find the character's voice authentically, and that comes from reading the script over and over and sitting down with the dialect coach to get an idea of what would sound right. And he's obviously he's a very bright man, a very smart man, and a very honorable man. So that sort of lends itself as a way into the character. And so the voice and the accent had to marry who he was, So and I'm quite proud with the way that he came across.
Is there any pressure when you have to play the smartest man in the universe? I'm not saying you're not.
Playing Mr. Fantastic reflects very well on me, yes, because my math was not my strong point in school. No.
How are your sevens times table?
Oh, stop it! Don't even ask. I literally would embarrass myself here.
Oh
yes.
no!
I don't know about you, but I could listen to Johan speak all day.
Yeah.
My whole family, we would have dinner with these guys and walk away, and my kids were like, doesn't he have the most beautiful voice? And oh my God, I love his accent. He doesn't have an American accent. You know, when they were little. Both my kids were little when we did this. Yeah, and they loved it. They grew up on it. So, and Johan's the quintessential gentleman. So Welsh. It's true.
It would have been funnier if you said he was a real jerk.
I wish I could, but I can't.
Did your kids come to set?
They did. They did. They loved it. They loved it. I mean, they were kids at the time, you know. My youngest was like, I don't know, like 7 at the time. And, you know, they're 5 years apart. So, and now my oldest is 31 and going to have a baby. That, you know, you're psyched about being a grandparent when you're telling like a room full of strangers.
Someone is going to show up tomorrow with an FF onesie for you as a gift.
Meanwhile, I was watching the new one going like, the whole thing's about the baby.
Yeah. We've kind of been on this theme of family, and the Fantastic Four is Marvel's first family, and I think Michael's kind of alluded to it, but were you like a family on set? Were you like a family off set?
Very much so. I mean, when you're immersed in something like that for 5, almost 6 months, and then you travel the world promoting it, you do become a family. You know, you do have a shorthand with one another, and you do sort of care and look out for one another. And
I don't know about you. I know about you. I take it back. No, but sorry to interrupt, but you know, listen, all of a sudden 4 of us are in a room, and you know how big this is to the studios, and you know what it means, and you sort of can't help but go like, okay, here we go.
Yeah.
You know, because you know it's either that or, you know, the alternative, which isn't an alternative, right? So you have to band together. And, you know, we did that, absolutely. I loved the world tours, though. Those were good.
yeah, no, traveling the world was pretty special. You know, I mean, all the blood, sweat, and tears that went into making the movies, then you get to see it all up on the big screen, and all the work that was done after the movie was shot, and then to promote it. I mean, it was just a wild ride. Yeah.
We did a promotion for the second, for the Silver Surfer. I believe it was Silver Surfer. Yeah, it was. Where we did an opening in Leicester Square in London, and we had the London Eye for 2 days to ourselves. And it's 13 minutes to go around once, right? So I'm in a director's chair, and the interviewer's in another director's chair, and you have the camera operator and the sound person. And this person would get in, sit with each one of us in our own pods, go around 13 and a half minutes for the interview, and then they would get up, grab their tape out of the machine, leave, and the next interviewer would come in.
Yeah.
And so we were in a Ferris wheel for 8 hours a day for 2 days, but we owned that thing with like an incredible promotion. And the scale of these things, it really is kind of extraordinary.
So you never want to ride the London Eye ever?
Ever again. Yeah. I had a great time. It was amazing. And the view up there is insane.
Yeah.
In Parliament down there in Big Ben. I'm like, look at this. I'm waving at Jesse across the way. You know, it was pretty amazing.
I'm just imagining you being like, that's where James Bond works. Was that the coolest place that you went on tour? Like, where was the coolest place that you visited?
I think Mexico City was pretty cool. That was an incredible trip. Yeah, that was pretty special. And we did go to the NASCAR event at Charlotte. Was it Raleigh, North Carolina? I think.
Yeah, it was
Charlotte.
in Charlotte, and they flew us in 4 Fantastic Four choppers, and we landed in the infield. And I don't know if you've ever been to a NASCAR event, but it's the loudest thing you've ever heard. And then we got into pace cars, and they started with them like, 200 miles an hour on the curves. You know, so you get to do these things that are really extraordinary that you never get to do in your life, right? You know, we went to that rugby game in Australia. Remember that?
I think it was an Aussie rules game. I think.
Yeah, I was like, is it rugby or Australian rules football, which is rugby but more chaotic?
Played on a cricket pitch.
Faster.
It's a much bigger pitch.
More violent.
Yeah.
You know.
I wish they'd let you play, honestly. It would have been amazing.
And I remember in Mexico City, a little gentleman came up to me, and he goes, Senor, I am Jew. And I said, oh, Mazel Tov. And he goes, no, no, I am Jew. And I went, you are me? He goes, sí, en los cuatros fantásticos, I am Jew. He did my Spanish translation on the movie. And then I found out he does all my Spanish translations in Mexico. So I'm thinking of this guy, every time I get a gig, that guy is going like, yay!
So you're not just doing it for you and the family, you're doing it for that guy too. I think we've touched on this a little bit, but I would love to ask how you are each like and then different from Reed and Ben.
Well, as we established,
Smartest man.
yes, he's the smartest man in the room, smartest man in the universe. So he's got that going for him. I'm probably, I'm probably a little bit more dramatic than he is in a crisis. I don't think I would behave as coolly and calmly and be able to solve problems as quickly as he would. I'd probably be sort of walking around a little bit like this. Once that cosmic dust hit the ship, I think I would have been panicking myself. Yeah, so there's that comparison. What about you, Michael?
Oh, nice handoff. Yeah. I think you're more sensitive than Reed, too.
Yeah.
No, it's true.
Yeah.
He's lovely. You know, I'm kind of a bull in a china shop like him. Yeah, kind of. You know, I just sort of enter. You know, and there's just me. Yeah. I don't know. How am I like him? Again, I'm gruff and sort of not exactly soft-spoken, as you've probably gathered, but sensitive like him. And I'm, I don't know how I'm not like him.
Not made of rocks?
Yeah, I'm not like him, and I'm certainly not that strong. I don't know. That's a good question.
Thank you. Well, we have some weights backstage, and we'll see how strong you Yeah, that'll be the panel next year. Michael Chiklis deadlifting on the main stage in New York. What have you taken from your experience on Fantastic Four and Rise of the Silver Surfer forward into your career and your other roles?
Well, I think every experience, is just that. It's an experience that, makes you stronger, makes you a little wiser. And, again, we did this twice where, you got to understand, there's real highs and real lows, and like I said, everybody has an opinion, and some of the opinions weren't very great. And
Some of them are wrong.
What's that? And
Some of them are wrong.
Some of them are wrong, and some of them are really hurtful. So you really take it on the chin, and in this day and age now, with everybody who has thumbs and an opinion, and that's everybody, can tell you those opinions, and you hear it. We see it. If that sensitizes any of you, I hope so, because when you say things on the internet, we often see it. And that can be incredibly hurtful. It can be wonderful, and everything in between. So each one of these experiences, the fascinating thing about being, one of the many fascinating aspects of being an actor, is that you have to form this very sort of Teflon skin. Mm-hmm. You really have to have a thick skin. But then between action and cut, you have to shed that skin and be an available, open vessel. You need to be an open human being. Mm-hmm. And that's difficult sometimes, because sometimes you're so defensive because people are coming at you in one way or the other. And sometimes when you're doing your work, which is to be an open, sensitive vessel, that can be quite difficult. Mm-hmm. So I'm sorry, I'm digressing off of your question, but I think that all of these things just inform who you are and who you become. And honestly, I think I've only become a better actor. I think my best work's in front of me. Yes. So, yeah.
Follow that answer.
No, that was very succinctly and perfectly put. I mean, I think as an actor or as a human being, if you are an actor worth your salt, you learn from everything that you do. I mean, and I've learned from a very young age, because I was a child actor back in Wales, and I'm one of those actors that actually watches himself on screen, and I learn each time.
Yeah.
You know, yes, it is difficult and cringe.
It's horrible.
It is hard. It is uncomfortable, and every single time you look at something, you go, oh my goodness, I thought I was feeling this, but it's coming across so big, so much bigger than what I was thinking that I was doing. So that's one of my biggest sort of critiques of myself, is that I should trust myself more, that whatever I'm feeling inside is coming out, that I don't have to force it. You know, that's so I'm constantly learning that. So yes, as Michael said, it's always a learning experience. Every experience is different and unique, and if you are an actor worth your salt, you'll take those experiences with you on to the next.
I'm going to say one more thing about this. Honestly, because it applies to everything, you know, wow, it's like deep day at the Comic-Con. No, I mean, it's applicable to any profession. It's not just acting, you know, really, really. My father would say to me, the only thing you should fear in this life is complacency, because once you think you have it figured out, once you think you know it all, that's when the fall begins. Every day is a learning experience. Every day is something, a chance to glean something and to move forward in your life. Until you are gone, until your last day, you should continue to learn and grow. And that's a fact.
Hell yeah. So you've both played superheroes, which is a lot of actors' dream role, really. And I'm fishing a little bit because Michael and I were chatting backstage. But what would be a dream role that you would love to take on in the future? The Maker! It doesn't have to be superheroes. It can be anything. Because we were talking about Shakespeare. Sorry, we're all nerds here.
Richard III.
Yes, I want to see that. If there's any Broadway producers here, that's your guy.
Yes. I would love to play a cowboy in a Western. My father loved Westerns and loves Westerns, and we grew up, my brother and I and my sister and I, listening to all those great sort of records of the music from all those great sort of movies back then, like The Magnificent Seven is one of my favorite movies as a result of my dad loving those movies. So yeah, I think I'd love to be, I mean, I got very close when I played Lancelot in King Arthur. That was on horseback, but I had sort of two swords, you know, on my back. And I'd love to have maybe two large rifles or something on my back. Yeah.
Can you lasso an animal?
Funny, the Brit wants to play an American and the American wants to play a Brit. It's so true. We all want to, right?
I feel like it's going to be a two-person deal. It's like, yes, you'll be the role, and then my consultant will come with me to make sure that everything works out okay.
Listen, I'm sorry, you guys. I know I'm in New York, but I'm from New England, so I'm a big Tom Brady fan. And poo-poo. Hey, he's the GOAT, and you know it. Anyway,
you had them.
So, no, but he did the greatest quote ever. They asked him, "What's your favorite championship?" And I apply this to roles. The next one.
Yeah.
That's a great answer. I love that. And if you ask me what my favorite role is, the next one.
Woo! What is your best advice to aspiring creatives, people who want to be here at New York Comic Con 2045 or 26?
Do the work. Focus on the work. The work is what's going to get you here, and it's what's going to keep you here. I mean, you know, you might have a great look, you might have a great sound, and that can get you to a certain place. But then you can have a meteoric ascent that's followed by a meteoric descent, and you don't want that. The only thing that's going to make you rise and stay there, you know, I've been doing this for 45 years, And I'd like to think it's because of curiosity, it's because of wanting to learn constantly, and it's always about the work, the work, the work, the work.
Ioan, child star, what's your advice?
All of that. And never give up. You know, keep showing up. You know, keep showing up. I mean, if there's, I mean, young people often ask me, well, how do I get that start? And you just have to ask questions. You have to be curious. You have to ask somebody and take whatever answer you get, right? Or there's a course over here, or there's a play over there, there's an amateur dramatic society here. You only really know if you can do it by actually doing it. That's the thing. You might be able to, we can all act in our living rooms or in our bathrooms or in the mirror, but until you get up on stage doing it or in front of a camera doing it, you don't really know if you can do it or if you enjoy doing it. So get up on stage in a school play, get up in front of the classroom and do something, you know, really test yourself, make yourself feel uncomfortable, because it is an uncomfortable process to have to get over to get that confidence to actually do it.
In the spirit of looking after yourself and putting yourself out there, what do you both do for self-care? How do you relax when you're done at New York Comic Con at the end of the weekend? Are we bubble bath girlies, little wine?
Scotch. No.
That's what we'll bring to your table, a big bottle of scotch.
No, you know, I spend time with my family. You know, I'm a very simple person. I really believe in simple things. If you can enjoy, you know, a sunset, and I know that's corny as hell, but it's just a fact. If you can walk down a beach and really enjoy that, you're in a good place. If you can stop and smell the roses in any given place, then you're in a good spot. You know, if you're always chasing something, you're gonna feel unfulfilled. But if you can, as Shakespeare said, sit at ease at the old bench, then you'll have ease in your life. You know, I get up in the morning, I spend the first hour of my day in my garden. And yeah, you know, just got some great tomatoes. Fabulous.
Yes, I was going to ask. I was like, for the gardening nerds, what are we growing right now?
Yeah, just you know, I have a vegetable garden, and I make whatever's fresh. You know, I'm Greek and Italian. What can I tell you? You know, and I like to cook, and I like to cook with my family. And those things that you do together like that, without a phone, without a screen, where you can just actually connect with each other and sit and be together, I'd highly recommend that.
Ioan?
Pretty much the same. My beautiful wife, Bianca, who is here, by the way, and
Woo!
who is imminently about to give birth to our baby daughter. She is my everything, my decompression, my relaxation, my guru, the person that I talk to about anything. You know, she gets me up to have the confidence to come to do these things. So yeah, spending time together is just the most wonderful thing. I mean, she's an incredible cook, so she's taught me a lot about cooking, and I'm having to do quite a bit at the minute to help her out, but I'm not to the same standard as her.
What's your default thing to cook? What's your favorite thing?
I've really perfected mashed potatoes.
Yes, yes, yes.
And lasagnas, I like making lasagnas.
I'm sensing a cookbook collaboration.
Yes, yes.
Sure.
I like pumpkin coconut curry I can make quite well, and some dal I can make. So, but I mean, I'm one of those people. You give me a recipe, and I can follow it perfectly. You give me a video, and I can do what's on the video. Whereas Bianca is one of these fantastically creative people who can you can give her like 5 or 6 ingredients and a a larder full of stuff, and she'll just rustle up something magical, from her imagination. So
She's better than us.
she's better than us.
Can I tell you thematically what we're talking about here is having a life. And, you know, if you want to be a better actor, if you want to be great at your craft, study the craft and have a life. Travel, read. I mean it. Like read and see and go and talk and be in the world. Have a life. Really experience things. Try things. This, since we're talking about cooking, it thickens the stew. It just does. It makes you a more versatile, rounded person. And I think one of the most wonderful things about our craft is we get to walk a mile in another person's shoes. And though, we joke all the time and say I'm not a doctor, but I've played one on television, which I have now. No, but then you get to spend 9 weeks with a doctor and learning about what they do. And no, it doesn't qualify you to be a doctor, obviously, but you get insights into people's lives, and it just enriches your own life. So whatever you can do to make your life better, do it. Do it. Don't expect it to come from somewhere else. You do it.
And because someone scoffed at the recommendation of reading, I would love you each to recommend us some books to read. Reed Richards. Very good friends. Or something you read recently that you really liked.
9 things going on right now. See, I go back and forth. I vacillate between. I read the philosophers. I'm Greek. I can't help it. So I've been reading the Stoics, and that might not be for you guys, but I highly recommend it. It really. One thing that I've gleaned from reading Socrates and the old ancient Greeks and Italians is that nothing's really changed. As much as technology is left forward. By the way, all of the things that you see in comic books really come from mythos. It's mythology, right? Read the myths, and you'll go like, oh, Stan Lee, I see you. I'm telling you, you will. All these different things, these themes about, human heroism and pathos and all of it. Those are all Greek words, by the way. I know I sound like a Greek. I just highly recommend. So I'll vacillate from going way back to a classical contemporary that I missed, that got by me. Like I hadn't somehow read The Old Man and the Sea, and I recently read it.
Oh, great.
Hemingway. I don't know how it got past me, but I didn't read it, but great. But then you read something that's new and that's coming out now. And right now, I can't believe I'm reading Save the Cat, which is a screenwriting thing. And it's good. It's good. So I'm all over the place, but that's kind of what you should do. Go all over the place, whatever interests you. And then actually stretch yourself. Go to what you don't even know you're interested in. You never know.
Is there a screenplay in your future? Is that why Save the Cat is on the docket? Is there a screenplay in your future?
Well, I have one that I'm looking to direct that my daughter and I wrote together. And yeah, I can't believe I just announced that. I talk too much.
Exclusive right here at New York Comic Con. Because we are in New York, I'd love to ask you a couple.
It's not financed yet, guys. Chill.
Financiers, you can find Michael in the autographing hall after this panel. I'd love to ask you a couple New York specifics. What do you order on your bagel?
I like a cheddar cheese and jalapeno bagel with cream cheese.
2 different ways, depending on the mood.
Okay.
Everything bagel, scooped, toasted, scallion cream cheese, lox, beautiful.
Lovely.
And capers. Squeeze a lemon. Onion bagel, scooped, toasted, scallion cream cheese, whitefish salad.
Ooh. I see.
So good. You're welcome. Try it.
Pizza or hot dog?
Or pizza.
What's on your pizza?
I'm just a plain tomato margarita pizza.
Correct. Hot dog. Yeah, street hot
Not
dog.
a choice. Pizza.
And what's on your pizza?
Oh, man.
I
already said it.
Remember.
Yeah, I got to go with Roni. Pepperoni, folks. Let's go.
Which are you more upset to see on the street, a pigeon or a rat?
Had a meeting with a rat last night.
Did you really?
When I got into town, I was walking around. I took a walk. I went over to this local park, sat down on the park bench, looked down. A rat the size of my foot. I was like, "Hey, Bards, how you doing?" And by the way, I went like that to him, and he went. And I got scared and got up and walked away.
He said, "Do you want to make something out of this?"
He just looked at me like such a New York rat, too, like, what are you going to do? Let me ask you something. How you doing? What are you doing?
I feel like this is your Pixar movie right here. And then Central Park or the Statue of Liberty?
Central Park. I, in fact, checked something off my bucket list yesterday because I went for a run in Central Park.
Oh, you are better than me.
Yeah, no, it was a glorious day yesterday. Blue sky, beautiful autumn in New York, and yeah, I got to check that off my list. Went around the reservoir and back down, and then took the subway back to the hotel. Just fantastic. Got on the subway to go for a run.
Yeah.
I like it, yeah.
Michael, Central Park or...
Oh, my God, I'm going to tell you another story. Here's a Fantastic Four story. You're going to die. Ready? Well, first of all, Central Park. But also because the sentiment of the lady, for sure. Yes.
Thank you for the 4 people.
However, I have a nightmarish memory of the Statue of Liberty. I'm sorry. It was a brilliant idea. But when we opened the second Fantastic Four, do you remember? It was the first one? It was the first one. Yeah, sorry, it was the first one. We just went to England the next day because we were doing press. So someone had the great idea as by way of a promotion for the first Fantastic Four for us to do the opening on Liberty Island underneath the lady with a huge crowd there. Exciting, right? Thrilling. We were out of our minds. We were like, oh my God, amazing. New York City, crazy. We all get in boats. We all go over across to Liberty Island, like 1,400 people.
Sure.
We get off the boat. The movie starts. Lightning, thunder, rain. It's a deluge. 15 minutes into the movie, we all have to get back on the boats, seasick on the way back to the shore, and we have to go to different theaters to see the rest of the movie. That was our opening of the first Fantastic Four movie in New York City. Sorry.
I don't know if we can end on a more iconic story than that. So, if you want more from these 2 beautiful, sexy people up here, you find them in the autographing hall, and you tell them that you were here. Please give it up one more time for Michael Chiklis and Ioan Gruffudd!
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Man, I had too much coffee today.
And now...
Wow, a lot of you guys. Wow, big crowd. It's clobbering time.
One more time, New York Comic Con.
Thanks,
Make some noise
everyone.
for our folks up here.